So, very first question that we need every single person to ask themselves: how much money are you comfortable with right now in your working years? How much money are you comfortable with every single month? I want you to ask yourself that question. How much money are you comfortable with? You want to add anything to that, Marcus? You want me to just keep going for a second?
Keep going for a second. Keep going.
Okay. So think about this, you guys. I'm asking you how much money you are comfortable with every single month. I need you to really sit down and really think about this. Now, this one seems like a simple one, but again, I want you to think about this. I want you to think about how much money you're paying towards your rent or your mortgage, how much money you're paying towards your utilities. If you have children, Lord knows you need your money, okay? On top of that, if you're paying a car note, if you're paying car insurance, if you're paying life insurance, what are the things that you're paying monthly? So you need to total all of those things up first, because obviously you're comfortable with that. And then I want you to kind of think about, are you living paycheck to paycheck? Are you barely making it? Are you a little bit under? Are you late on bills? Are you kind of letting them roll over to the next month? What is your situation? How much more money on top of covering all of the necessities do you need to just be comfortable? If you decided you wanted to go out to eat a couple of times, if you decided you wanted, to treat yourself or treat your kids to something every month, okay, one thing every month, how much additional income would you be okay with to make that possible? Okay. So if you think about that, you're adding up all of your necessities. And then on top of that, you're adding up, okay, on top of that, how much more would I like? How much more would I like to have? Okay. So that should give you a pretty hefty number. I mean, when you think about it, I even put in some splurging in there.
Absolutely.
And we ain't even about splurging, but I put it in there just to give you guys perspective. I saw a video today, and it was really touching about a young lady who passed at the age of like 27, and she wrote this letter literally 24 hours before she passed. And some of the things that she was saying in her letter was, it really touched on doing things that make you happy, that makes your family happy, giving opposed to receiving so much. So all of that should be factored into what you would be comfortable with and what would make you happy month after month after month. If you only receive that amount during your working years, okay, we're only speaking of right now while you have your job or while you have your business or whatever it is that you do, how much money are you happy with every month? And you don't have to tell us. We just want you to write down these 3 questions, okay? So that's question number 1.
Absolutely. So if you're writing it down, just write it in first person as if you're talking to yourself. How much money am I comfortable with today? And if you're not comfortable with what you currently have, then write that down. Let it be known, so that way you can start working towards solutions. You see, the questions that you ask yourself are in place so that you can get answers and start drawing in those answers. And naturally, once you throw the question out there and you write it down, you make it plain, you'll start seeing the solutions being presented to you. And now it's just a matter of you taking the necessary action to make those things happen. So if your ends aren't meeting, then that means that you need more income. The question now is, what are you going to do to acquire that new additional income?
Yes.
If you have more than enough, then the question now is, okay, you have what you're comfortable with. Now the question is, okay, what can I do to make this even better for myself? Can I do some things that'll make me happier? Just find where you are. That's the answer that only you have. So it's important for you to ask yourself that question. So that's question number 1. Are you currently happy with the income that you currently are receiving? And if not, it's all about adding to it. And we'll get deeper into that, but that's the first question. Let us know if you're ready for question number 2. If you are, type 2s in the comments, so we can give you question number 2 that you have to ask yourself. Remember, these are questions that you must ask you. This is a question between you and you. So you can lay it all out on the line without feeling any form of, of embarrassment. Just ask yourself these questions, and that's the only way we can get to the solution. We're solution oriented. So that's what we like to focus on.
Yes, yes, yes.